Alright YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be finishing up on a YZ250 motor. It's a 2014 two-stroke. We got to install a piston kit, of course the gasket's piston kit, cylinder. I've already installed the reed cage and completely rebuilt and installed the power valve assembly. I'll actually have a total separate video about this. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to install is the little rubber gasket. Now it's pretty simple. It's got a rounded edge here that's going to go on top. Let me get something I can point with, and it goes right here. Just make sure you fit it in place. There, that's simple enough. Damn. Need to cop it up. Alright. Next thing is the two lower cylinder dials. If I'm not mistaken, they go on the front right here. I believe it's here. Now one goes there, and the other one right there. Alright. They go on the clutch side. Now let's install our piston. I'm getting ahead of myself again. Oh, we got us some stickers. Now I have two different, this assembly lube is exactly what it says it is inside this bottle. This one, however, it was empty or almost empty, and I filled it up with the same 2-cycle mixing oil that you would run in this motor. And I don't know, it's just a preference thing maybe, but I'll use it to assemble the top end. I like using the same assembly lube. And I might use a little bit of the regular stuff, but this has got some of that in it already. And as you can see, there's some in the combustion chamber. Now, no idea why they package one like that. They got the rings and the wrist pin and the circlips all in one damn package. We need to call them and ask them about that. They put a lot of faith in shippers. Oh, of course, you set it in a box and set it on a shelf is one thing, but these things get thrown around. Okay, there's two. There we go. Yeah, it don't make any damn sense. And there's the piston. And the empty box. Oops. Hope I ain't catching that damn COVID. If there's anything y'all like to see, any engines that y'all want to see tore down, or if anybody has got a special request, if you'll leave it in the comments, I'll see if I can get around to finding one of those engines and tearing it down or building it or whatever I got to do. I have access to a lot of engines. I have several hundred well, at least well over 100 for sure. Probably a few more, 100 pieces. And the motors I don't know nothing about. Alright. First things first. I'm going to use that box as a prop. I'm going to take our wrist pin. We're going to put just a little bit of oil on it. You're going to put it in the piston. On this side right here. We're using the wrist pin as basically a bottom, so when we stick our first circlip down in there, we're going to roll it on the edge like so. And stick it in there, and then you'll bring the circlip up. Use it, something to push against. There, that one's in. Now we'll take, you can install the rings before or after. In this particular video I'm going to do them after. So the arrow on top of the piston goes towards the exhaust. So we're going to stick, our bearing is already in there, by the way. So you're going to make sure that's there. You're going to stick piston on like so. Now we're going to take our other circlip, same thing, start it on one of the little eyes or the notches, and you're going to walk it around. This is much better when it's in my hands. I'm going to do it this way. Trying to do this at an angle where y'all can see it, and it's making it harder for me to do it. So we'll just do it like this. Damn. Okay. You want to stick it in there like so. Sometimes you just need to give a little bit of assistance and snap it in place. That one was a booger. Alright. Now, I'm going to take the rings. On top of the rings, there they are. So there's a little T. See if y'all can see that. It's a little T that's right there. That goes on the top. there's actually a tool. It's a ring expander tool. You want to find your little, inside the groove of the piston, there's these little dials where this part of the ring sets. You want to find that part, get the ring started like so, walk it around, and you'll see it'll find its spot. This one right here, top one's going to be easier. Just find a place and kind of easily walk it around, and voila. Now, I want the base gasket. I put my gloves on. This part goes there, so I'm going to make sure we get this right. There you go. Now it's critical that no air leaks in around this. So make sure you check your mating surface of your gasket. I don't recommend running gasket sealant on the base, but if you do, just do like a really thin layer. Alright, so now we're going to take our 2-cycle assembly lube. I'm putting some around the cylinder, on the inside of the cylinder. Want to make sure the rings are lined up with their spot. There's one there, there's one there. Just slide that back. I'm going to turn it like this so y'all can see it better. We're going to take, I always just use 2 fingers, hold the rings in place like so. Alright, now it's crucial that you put this thing on here straight. Don't put it on there partially and then twist the cylinder with the piston halfway in, because the ring will catch one of the ports and it'll bend the ring, shove it down one of the ports, and then you're screwed. Alright. That would have been nice if I'd have thought to left this off so I could turn it, but it is what it is. Now we got our 4. Let me make sure there's no washers that go on them, because it didn't come with any. That don't mean somebody didn't build it before and leave them off of there. It's showing. Goes straight to the cylinder. Yep. It's got the washer already on it. So now we're going to put, I almost forgot. See, I was getting ahead of myself thinking about the damn washers. We're going to take some moly grease. This is just a little bit right there. Right there. And we got this one. And that one. Alright. piece is nasty. Alright, let me put these on there. Stick this one on there. That's 14 millimeter. I doubt our ratchet wrench is going to fit it right. Yeah. Oh well. So we'll use a socket and impact to run it down just a little bit. There we go. Put this one here. Put this one here. Now, all I did was run those two down, and these over here, I'm going to have to sit here and turn them with a wrench. So let me go to the toolbox and grab one. Alright. I think I am coming down with a cold. Alright, so it's 14 millimeter. I have to use the open end to turn it. This little booger right here is a pain in the ass. You can see right now I'm about to edit through that because y'all ain't gonna want to watch me sit here and turn the damn screw or the nut forever. I'm going to use my gloves. See if I can spin them down with it. Do. torque specs. These are 30 foot-pounds. So the lower ones are 30 foot-pounds. The upper ones are 18 foot-pounds. The studs have already been installed and torqued, so 30 and 18. There's 30. And we need the 14. Alright. I might have to get my adapter and torque these. Alright. $31. Close enough. Man. Well, that says 33. Need to back it off. There. 30.8. Works for me. Damn little boot pin fell off. Or gasket is what actually what it is. Alright, so now we're going to install power valve control arm. There's a deal inside here that Yamaha calls the governor, and centrifugal force causes it to kind of like a primary, like a torque converter on an automatic ATV. When it expands, part of it, the hub actually goes out, which actually moves this up. It's hooked to a deal with a little pin in it, and it moves this up. When this arm goes up with the RPMs, it retracts the power valve inside the engine, and it also has two exhaust valves that are right here. It goes in the engine, in the cylinder head. So we're going to put put my glove back on. Just making sure. Alright. And we're going to set that there. Now sometimes you got to actually put screwdriver or something there at the bottom and just lightly press up on that arm to get it to seat. Then we want to take a little bit of Loctite, put a little Loctite on our screw or bolt there. And I believe this is torqued to like 4.8 foot-pounds. Let me double check. 3.6 foot-pounds. 3.6. And then there's the other ones right there. So we're going to get our socket. There it is. $8mm. First thing we're going to do is we're going to run it in, so I ain't got to sit there and turn it forever with my torque wrench. There we go. Said 3.6 on this, so I'm going to take it down to 3. It don't go down to 3, so I want to get my other smaller torque wrench out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my I don't know if y'all could see it. Right here there's a hole where a dial can go, so you can torque that. And I'm going to use and if you take your motor apart and you've got something in there already, like a pin, got 4.3. It's a little over, but we're good. Alright, so but if you find a pin or something in your motor when you tear it down, it means your power valve's not working. So make sure somebody didn't leave one in there. Alright, we got that. We have our cover. Make sure it's not any dirt or anything on it. We have our gasket. going to install the gasket like so. Actually, first thing I'm going to do, put some assembly lube on the little joints, the moving parts. There we go. Now, oh, losing my mind here. I'm going to install this first. At least I say I am. These things are always a pain in the ass, if you want my opinion. Alright, so it goes like that. We'll take the gasket. We'll push this back a little bit. Kind of fish the gasket in there. Well, that didn't work too good, did it? I'm going to take my gloves off. I can't put this gasket on this cover. Turn the engine up like that. Put the gasket in place. And we'll put the cover on. Snap it, and there we go. Make sure the gasket stays in, or hell, better yet, just make sure it goes back in the right spot. Now, I'm going to get one of the screws started. That one. Got to reach down in here and make sure our gasket's lined up. There's another one. There's another one. And there's the last one. Well, the gasket's walking off down there. There. That's the stubbornest damn thing. I'm going to run it down with this. We'll torque it. Well, help, I turned the damn thing on. Alright. And now, have to mark these timing bolts. I forgot to do it. All right. I'm going to turn the piston over, get it to TDC. There's that. Alright, next thing is our O-rings. There's two of them. Alright, we got to put a little bit of grease. Actually, I'm going to run that down, get it out, and I'm going to be able to wipe it off if I have to. I'll put a little bit of grease where the O-ring sets, but not around the entire. You know what, probably better if I just put the damn grease on the O-ring, huh? There. Grease basically just holds or helps hold it in place. Here's the other one. And there's that. Now, you want to wipe off any of the excess grease that you get. And use the proper grease. Try not to use no tractor grease or any wheel bearing grease unless it's soap based or it's meant to be put in engines, especially combustion chambers. We're going to wipe any that might have got around the inside edge there. Now, got the cylinder head. This is just machinist dye that's inside the combustion chamber of the cylinder head. It's not going to hurt anything. So whenever we had it surfaced, or whenever I surfaced it, there was some little pitting from the last engine, that when the engine exploded last time, or not exploded but melted the piston. So we resurfaced the head, and we sprayed the whole head or whatever, or the face of the head, with the machinist dye. And then when we resurface it, it'll whatever. Anyway, it's not hurting anything. I know I'm trying to explain my damn self. Alright, so make sure all that's there. We're going to run our piston up to the top, like so. I'm going to set that down there, easy. Now, we have 6 brass washers, or copper washers, I'm sorry. 6 copper washers. Six of these castle nuts, maybe? I don't think these are castle nuts. These are crown nuts. That's what they are. Crown nuts. And I got to try to find somebody. Probably put it on without the washer, or the stud was up too high. So I'm going to see if I can locate one of them real quick. I do not have one. At least I can't find it anyway. So we're just gonna. Those are 12 millimeter. It's 18 foot-pounds. Make sure when you're doing your torquing to crisscross, don't start here and walk around. You end up having a leaking head gasket and wonder why. 18.2 on that one. .2 on that one. .4. I'm gonna have to go back and do that one again. 18.7. 18.2. 18.2. 18.0. 18.4. 18.4. I'm just double checking all these. 18.3. 18.3. 13.1. Alright. Now, put this nasty ass grease up. I gotta do a squish test. Squish test is gonna be in a different video, but I've got to put solder. Really don't melt it, but I got to stick a piece of solder in there and then do the squish on the squish band and determine whether or not it's right. But I'm almost positive it is, but I still got to double check it for the motor leaves. That's going to be a total separate video. Right now I'm going to put this back together. Doop doop. Let's see, go right here. That would help if I actually use the right one, huh? Yep. Now, put the stickers in the box. These are the exhaust O-rings. They'll be fastened to the head somehow or to the motor, so the customer gets them, they'll know what to do with them. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna kill two birds with one stone. Look at that. I'm sure they'll still call me when they get it. Say, hey, you know, what are these O-rings hanging off my motor for? This one goes over here on the side. I left it out because I had to do a little repairs to the hole, but all right, and there you have it. And just like that, we have a motor.